spring. The snow is melted, the flowers are blooming, sort of, and the birds, more specifically hummingbirds, start to return for the summer.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Science rules.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Inertia is a property of matter.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
T minus 7 seconds.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Oh, there we go. Jeez, that was crazy. One hummingbird species, the ruby-throated hummingbird, or Archilochus colibris, takes on a particularly hard migratory path. Despite being the smallest bird species in eastern North America, with their males weighing only 3.4 grams, these little guys make a massive 800-kilometer non-stop flight north across the Gulf of Mexico when they return from their winter feeding grounds in Central America. With an average flight speed of 50 kilometers an hour, this journey takes the birds 16 to 20 hours depending on the weather. But how is this possible? And what sort of advantages do the birds gain from such a colossal undertaking?
Do you know why the ruby-throated hummingbirds cross the Gulf of Mexico? This is because the flowers are dead, the insects are gone, and look at everywhere. It's so cold and barren. There's nothing for them to feed on, and they're gonna die of starvation if they remain here. Now, why do these hummingbirds travel across the Gulf of Mexico rather than along the coastline? One of the reasons is to avoid predators like the praying mantis, lizard, and snake. Do you know even your household animal like cats can feed on them? Ruby-throated hummingbirds do not fly so high above the ground level and they could get knocked by a car. So I think it makes sense for the hummingbirds to go across rather than along the Gulf of Mexico, as is a safer passage from predators. Hi Jimmy, what's up?
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
Oh, do you know another reason why the ruby-throated hummingbirds are going to cross the Gulf of Mexico rather than the coastline? Because they go on the straight line? Oh, you don't know that? Okay, for instance, you're going on a straight line and someone else is going on a curved line. Do you know who's going to get there first? Actually, let's find out. Ready, set, go!
The longest distance across the Gulf of Mexico is approximately 995 miles, whereas the shortest distance is approximately 560 miles. The distance along the coastline is approximated a whopping 3,540 miles. The average distance a ruby-throated hummingbird would have to travel across is around 800 miles. This is still a much shorter distance for these hummingbirds to travel in comparison to traveling along the coastline.
Hey, Jubin, what took you so long?
It's long.
Oh, I guess you know which way is faster now.
On average, hummingbirds gain 25 to 40% of their body weight prior to migration, whereas the ruby-throated hummingbird may gain up to double its body weight. This is equivalent of a 165-pound person ingesting 580,000 calories, which is approximately 820 Big Macs,
Or 5,500 bananas.
The ruby-throated hummingbird's total migration takes approximately 2 weeks, where 18 to 24 hours of this will be spent non-stop over the Gulf of Mexico. Let's go take a look at some of the physiological adaptations that allow it to undergo such a long flight. First of all, these hummingbirds have large pectoral muscles that make up over a quarter of their body weight and allow for them to beat their wings 55 times per second. Secondly, their heart is much larger relative to their body size than the heart of other birds. The heart pumps at 1,200 beats per minute, or 20 beats per second. Thirdly, hummingbirds have a specially evolved skeleton which makes them lighter and more efficient. Their bones are hollow, and the pelvic bones are fused with their vertebrae. These two things remove excess weight in the form of muscles and ligaments. Lastly, their bodies are extremely aerodynamic, with feet so small that they're incapable of walking in a conventional sense. These small feet help to reduce drag while the hummingbird's in the air, allowing it to expend less energy on flight. Okay, class, so why do hummingbirds cross the Gulf of Mexico?
Food and those stuff.
And?
Short flight.
And?
To avoid predators.
Okay, great. And how do they cross the Gulf of Mexico?
Co-adaptation.
and
double their body weight.
approximately 820 Big Macs, or
5,500 bananas.
yes, which is approximately 820 Big Macs.
Or 5,500 bananas.
Wrong flight. First of all, these. Spring! These small feet.
Do you know another reason why the ruby-throated hummingbirds are gonna cross?
Thirdly, ruby-throated hummingbirds have a specially evolved skeleton that makes them lighter and more efficient.